They say the pen is mightier than the sword, but is the stylus? Today, I'm here to show you Lamy's best answer to that question, the all-new Lamy Safari Note Plus. Designed like the iconic writing instrument you know and love, built for a new generation of writers who enjoy the possibilities offered by the pixel over the page. In the digital world, your stylus can be a pen, a pencil, a paintbrush, a highlighter, anything. You can hit undo as many times as you like. Your thoughts, ideas, and artwork can immediately be backed up and saved to the cloud. But not all styli are created equal. Some are passive and behave simply as your finger would on the screen. Most are quite slim, simplistic, and not very ergonomic. But the Lamy Safari Note Plus is an active stylus with features that can elevate your digital writing experience and even make it feel more authentic. And that's to say nothing of the fact that this is literally built like a pen with an already long pedigree of comfort and ergonomics. It's built to function perfectly with the most popular tablet in the world, the Apple iPad. Speaking of, let's take a closer look at the design. If you've ever held a Lamy Safari in your hand, you already have a good idea of what it's like. It has a durable ABS plastic body, a three-faceted grip section that sits remarkably well in the hand, and Lamy's hallmark wire clip. You'll find the cap to be a little longer than the standard Safari. Uncapping the Note Plus reveals the stylus proper, a small, pleasantly rounded and replaceable nub. Just above it, right on the grip section, is where the pen takes a sharp left turn into the world of the digital. Two multifunction buttons that can be programmed for different actions based on the app you're using. They're used to turn the Note Plus on and off, but the stylus will also turn itself off after 15 minutes of inactivity. As we travel up the barrel, we're greeted with an indicator light. This light will glow different colors based on various status conditions. Solid white means it's on, red means it's low on battery, flashing orange means it's charging, and green means it's fully charged. And how do you charge the Note Plus? Right here, on the finial. It's a full-size USB-C port. Bet you've never seen that on a pen before. Now that we've taken a tour of the design, I think it's time to see what it's like to set up this Safari of the future. Alright, once you've unboxed your Lamy Safari Note Plus, you're going to get your iPad out, go to the App Store, and we are going to download the Lamy Safari Note Plus official app, which is right here. And with that, let's go ahead and open it. Alright, so you can see this nice little basic interface. We haven't registered any Note Plus yet, and we're going to start that process from the top. So first you want to uncap your Note Plus, and we're going to turn on the Note Plus by pressing the multifunction button that's closer to the point of the pen for just a second. You'll see on camera here the indicator light should turn nicely on. Great. So let's go ahead and pair, and we'll enable Bluetooth. And very, very fun. In order to finalize the pairing, you just simply put your point down on that blue circle. Now we can name it. I'm just going to go ahead and name it Kris's Safari Note Plus. Continue. And another great little detail here, which is just a hallmark of Lamy and all their very intentional design decisions, is that in the interface you can choose which Note Plus you bought so that the app will properly reflect what you actually own, which is great. And we are connected. And you can see that interface is now filled out with the name of our stylus, the image of it in the correct color, and from here we can see that the status is connected, battery level is normal. You can see the firmware version, and given that this is an active stylus with some software enabled features, There is the possibility for firmware updates and additional features to come down the pipeline. This is still a new pen, so that's very exciting that you might, when you're watching this video, have a stylus from Lamy that has even more features than the one that I am using right now. Great, so as you can see, we can navigate the interface with the stylus just like as if it was our finger. Now, in order to get the most out of your Safari Note Plus, you're going to want to be using one of the many apps that are specifically compatible with this stylus. That'll let you take advantage of things like the multifunction buttons. One of these apps that I've really been enjoying is Charcoal, which we'll open right now. And but before I jump in here, you can find a list of all the compatible apps at lamy.com/Note Plus, fully spelled out. And that's not to say that you can't use the stylus in any sort of like drawing or note-taking app. But these compatible apps just have the extended functionality. You can see in the app I have a nice little blank canvas here. I can choose my colors, or I can choose my writing utensil. Again, the power of digital magic. And if I just sort of start drawing, you'll see it's nice, clear, smooth, works like a charm. Now, if I want to look into activating some of the additional features, I can go to Settings here, Accessories. You'll see there's a Lamy section of this page that lets me, in fact, change the functionality of my multi-function buttons, which is awesome. I'm going to leave the lower button to switch to eraser, and the upper button I'm going to leave at undo, because those are very, very convenient to have right on hand. So I'll go back, exit settings, go into this canvas here, and now I'll make an additional scribble here. And if I press the button that I set to be undo, it disappears just like that, which actually is incredible. And if I want to get rid of this squiggle, I'll press the button that enabled the eraser. And you'll see right there on the left, we switched over to the eraser tool, and now I can go ahead and use the eraser. And I'll press it once again, and we switch back to our original tool. I cannot stress enough how convenient it is to have these features literally at my fingertips. Normally with a passive stylus, you need to actually just go into the interface and tap the eraser again, and then tap your original writing utensil again. It's a whole thing. But with this, it's literally just one button press away. And that's awesome. You never have to sort of disconnect from your creative flow. And I love that. So I'm going to keep drawing. And undo. Beautiful. Didn't like that. Maybe I want to try this tool. Nah, not for me. Let's try the fountain pen. Lovely. Now, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that this nib, as you might call it, on the stylus, has a really nice tactile response against the screen. It's not too smooth, it's got a little bit of grip to it, and it just makes it feel a little more like you're writing on a piece of paper rather than a glass screen, which can be helpful. Now I'm just gonna undo all of this very quickly. Now, of course, the thing that I maybe want to stress most about with this stylus experience is that it's almost exactly like a Lamy Safari. If you're coming from a Lamy Safari in your traditional writing world, it's familiar, it's comfortable, and you are going to feel right at home writing with this, even though it's a completely digital experience. The facets of the grip section are very pleasing and help me maintain a nice and secure grip on the grip section, aptly enough. And it's nice and light because of that ABS plastic body. Don't mind me just satisfying my itch for more House of the Dragon. It's just nice to be able to maintain that classic Lamy feeling of writing. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention a comparison to one of the more obvious alternatives to the iPad writing experience, and that would be the Apple Pencil. I just want to take a brief moment to highlight and maybe compare. As you can see, the pencil is very minimalist as well. It has a little facet here that helps stop rolling, and it has kind of a sharper tip, and just as the name implies, it looks more like a pencil-shaped profile. It feels as much in the hand. And of course, it has the first-party functionality here of magnetizing to the side of the iPad, which is, it's nice, it's convenient. It's first-party integration that enables things like that. And obviously I can continue drawing just as I was with the Note Plus. Now the thing that I'm missing here is the multifunction buttons. While the Apple Pencil does have a little bit of interactability with a double tap, you can see the tool change to an eraser, that's only one thing. It's so much more convenient and faster to have two buttons right there that you only have to click once each time. I will say, and this is subjective, that the tip is a little smoother across the glass. Your personal preference and your mileage may vary, but that is just one of my observations. It's a little bit smoother than the Safari, and I feel that perhaps having a little more grip, a little more tactility, like the Note Plus does have, can make it feel closer to a real writing experience. And that being said, while it is very, very well made, and while it has fewer features than the Note Plus, they do work very well, you are paying for that, as the Apple Pencil, on average, is double the price of the Safari Note Plus. The Safari Note Plus represents an incredible value at $55.20. The stylus comes in a well-designed box that includes a short USB-A to USB-C charging cable and two replaceable tips. It's available in 4 modern colors and includes this matte red, a glossy white, an all black, and a bluish steel black. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the digital side of fine writing. Lamy is a company well known for its modern, minimalist design acumen that seeks to solve the problems of modern writers with modern solutions. The Safari Note Plus now gets to live happily alongside the full suite of Lamy writing instruments as yet one more modern solution, perhaps its most modern yet. I encourage you to check it out on goldspot.com today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos about interesting writing utensils like this. Stay inky, my friends, and take care.